Hello, everybody. Guys, can you hear me? Go ahead and tell me if you can hear me. Happy new month. Apparently, that's what you're supposed to say is happy new month. I won't be long. I won't keep you long, but I have to suss this thing out. I have to absolutely make doubly certain that the broadcast is clear. Can you believe this? I wonder if they do this in other countries where you first of all check the quality of your broadcast before you begin to speak. I bet you that only happens here. I bet you. I bet you that. Great. Real quick. Guys, I just heard on the wireless. That's what we used to call it when I was a kid. When I was a little boy, we used to say the wireless, okay, which meant the radio. I just heard on the radio that Savoy has just been arrested. I don't know why she's been arrested. I can only assume or deduce why she's been arrested. And just to bring you guys up to speed, in case you do not know who Savoy is, she's the NDC leader. She's the leader of the NDC. I think it's called the National Democratic something. Okay, it used to belong to Rachashimba Kambwili. He stepped aside and he sort of paved way for this young lady who used to be an entertainer, interestingly enough. Savoy was part of a female duo back in the early 90s, and they were very famous in those days. I think they were called, tell me in the comments, what were they called? Savoy used to sing with a group. I mean, it was not a group, it was a duo. Chattel, there you go, Chattel. And of course, since then, Savoy has transitioned from being a burlesque, in a sense, a burlesque entertainer, and she's moved into politics. Well, a few weeks ago, in one of her rantings, she sort of suggested that the head of state was a lunatic. And guys, here's the thing, and I have to throw this up here. And this is a word to the opposition. Okay, let's be clear. Let's be clear. It is possible. It is possible to disagree without being profanely disagreeable. I want that to sink in for a moment. I need that to sizzle in your spirit for a while. I need that to marinate in your soul. It is possible to disagree without being profanely disagreeable, especially if you are an opposition leader. This rule may not apply to everybody, but it most certainly applies to opposition politics. And all this means is, Bane, it's possible to put your point across without having to insult the head of state. We've always said that. It didn't matter who it was, whether it was Bachiruba, Basata, Walungu, whoever. It leaves a bad taste in our cultural mouths when we hear people insult the head of state. It doesn't matter how much you don't like him or her. It doesn't matter how much you disdain the head of state. It doesn't matter how much you loathe the head of state. It doesn't matter, my brothers and sisters, how much you hate him. You don't have to insult him. You can disagree without being profanely disagreeable. In other words, you can provide checks and balances without having to resort to name calling, especially as an opposition leader. Let me tell you why that is. It's because it gets old very quickly, and you've got a long time between now and 2026. I mean, if you think that it's not sustainable. If you think for one moment, mueva, vamos opposition. if you think that you can sustain Insele between now and 2026 and ignore factual checks and balances, you're going to run out of steam. Is that clear? You're going to run out of steam. It's not sustainable. Te apashon tembo, ari quiet. Why? Because he's run out of steam. Now he has to get a second wind, because it's tiring. And guys, with the new cyber laws that we have in this country, you're really setting yourselves up. Guys, you're not in Kansas anymore. Dorothy, you're not in Kansas anymore. The landscape has changed. You need to know that. The cookie crumbles in a very different way. The dust settles in a very peculiar manner. So whenever you jump on social media as a leader of an opposition party, and you think for one moment that you can sustain that sort of abrasive, profane culture, honey, you're going to run out of steam. This was the culture that was introduced, and they tried to ingrain and engraft it into the fabric of our youth and our nation. The culture of the PF, the culture of the Patriotic Front. Iria culture iansele. Eba iretere. Muli ba unip tamwari fiansele. Muli ba MMD insele okoshari, but not the way it was. Muli ba PF. Muli ba PF aretere diensele. Shidiensele shamusalu la shidia. Chakutumwa ichie umwana aretukaba kalamba. Ubuntu, where's Ubuntu? Call me old-fashioned if you want. Say to me, Simon, you're an old fuddy-duddy. Simon, you need to get with the program. Chitambala, you're behind. Call me that if you want. But the truth is, I'm a traditionalist, honey. I believe in that old school of thought that says when you're younger than somebody, you say, va, emkwai, emkwai. Noti kaucha ba PF varete ya kuyami salula. Aba iche bare tukaba kalamba. That's nonsense. Nonsense. So I just want to say, Savoy, when you do come out, try and change that, try and fix that. You need to work that out. Okay. And it's especially that you're a woman. Okay. I think that women are held to a higher standard. I believe that. I know some of you feminists, whatever the hell that means, some of you feminists think, no, we're women. We can say whatever the hell we want. No, you can't. You're built differently from us. We're built differently from you. Simple. We are at least we're supposed to be traditionalists. Okay. Especially women. Women, listen. Women are supposed to be comely. Women are supposed to, there should be a different air about a woman. Even if you're a politician, you can be classy and be a politician. You don't have to be manly and abrasive and insulting to be a person that we take seriously because you call yourself a female politician. No, we are traditionalists, or at least we should be. Okay. Well, listen, I had it on my heart to share that with you. Okay. I had it on my heart to share that with you. Okay. I'm going to throw up a couple of your messages here. Who's that? Grace says louder. Franklin says this makes sense. Loud and clear. Maybe start by explaining what intelligence is. All right, that's cute. That's cute. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless. Bye.